It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. With me, oh you know him, Shaquille O'Neal. You know this guy too, Kenny the Jet Smith. And coming right up, we'll see the Utah Jazz playing against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Checking out Oklahoma City. They lost game 1 in this matchup earlier this season. They'll see them 4 times in all, looking to even the series with a win tonight. With certain players, it's like having a coach on the floor. We're talking Chris Paul. Shaq, what's it like playing with a point guard that smart?
Well, Paul knows exactly what needs to happen in every situation. He remembers patterns and tendencies of players and of opposing teams. Very smart point guard.
Yeah, you can't let your team lose focus, and he does a good job of that. The team plays with a purpose when he's on that floor.
Now let's send it down to Kevin Harlan as tip-off approaches.
The Jazz looking to take charge here at home as we bring it to you live on 2K Sports from Salt Lake City, Utah. There's no better time of year than the holidays for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and beside me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. David Aldridge joins us on the sidelines. And, of course, Russell Westbrook. Not a part of this lineup. We'll see how they do without him.
Yeah, no question that it's a risky deal to make because it's the kind of move that can turn a team's fan base against the front office. But trading one of the most popular players on the team is always risky no matter what you get in return.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge out on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, we know when you talk about dedication, Chris Paul is among the greatest. Now, he says, I have a scary passion for basketball. I study it, I watch it all day, every day. I'm not the most athletic guy, so I have to use my mind and my knowledge of the game. Kevin, he is a professor out on the floor.
Tremendously competitive with great attention to detail, David. Thanks. Well, right around this time of the season, Smitty, it's easy to lose focus. Talk about how players keep themselves motivated to bring it every night. That, to me, would seem very difficult.
It is, and I think you got to set those little small goals. I think on one of our teams, our goals was after the All-Star break, you can see we were starting to get into that funk, and what we said was, let's not lose 2 games in a row for the rest of the season. Those type of small goals keeps everybody engaged.
Do you put the season in terms of every 20 games, every 10 games? How do you measure it to kind of pace yourself?
I think most teams do it in a block of 20s. Like you said, you kind of go a block of 20s and see if you can go, 75% in those games. And that's where you start to see the great teams, they do that.
It's good to know. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul. Then there's Gallinari. And then there's Steven Adams. And it's Robertson in at the 3. Here's Robertson. Oklahoma City moving it around. Shot clock at 6. Gallinari against Ingles. And it's Gallinari missing. And here are the Jazz now. The pass to Mitchell. Gallinari with the rebound. To the left wing. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Passes it to Robertson. Gallinari against Ingles. Shoots a fader. Gobert pulls it in. It's Gobert with the ball for the Utah Jazz. Mitchell passes to Ingles. Basket good.
Can't sleep on Joe Ingles. Knows how to pick his spots and when to be aggressive.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Out to Conley over Paul. Conley gets the bucket.
No way to contest Conley on the catch and shoot. He's so fast at getting his shot off.
Gallinari outside. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Conley against Paul. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
CP3 stopped and go, drew the foul on that play.
Oklahoma City shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe. Free throw good, Paul. Well, Steve, you look at the core of this Jazz team, Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert, still very, very young.
Mitchell, obviously the youngest, but the Jazz have a good amount of players just entering their prime. Their front office has done a great job of identifying talent in the draft and developing it.
For Utah, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Pass to Gobert. Here's Mitchell, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And the thing about Mitchell, stands only about 6'3", but has a solid frame and long arms, and is very quick off his feet.
Shooting 2.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. And talking about Mitchell, you have the physical profile, and then you have the intangibles.
The first one, he's a highly competitive guy. The strides he's made with his shooting speaks volumes about his work ethic. Great character and very well spoken.
Both good from the line that time.
Taking advantage at the charity stripe like he always does. Terrific touch.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. To the left wing. Here's Robertson. He is covered by Bogdanovich. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Paul. The Thunder with another miss. Jazz leading by 6. And the pass to Ingles. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Back to Ingles. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. Gobert with the defensive effort.
That was very tight defense. He tried to force the layup anyway. I think that was a questionable decision.
Last outing for Utah, it was a loss to Portland. Gallinari attacking. A quick shot there, and it's off target.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Here's Ingles. Gobert down low. Adams defending. Tries it again. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Adams. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Paul finds Robertson. Down low. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Michael Conley picks one up. And Danilo Gallinari, a 6'10" small forward. Steve, good size for his position, obviously.
Yeah, one concern is on the defensive end. It's his foot speed. But on the offensive end, he uses that size to his advantage.
Jeff Green is checked in for Utah. Moutier comes in for Michael Conley. The Thunder also changing it up. Nerlens Noel comes in for Robertson. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
And Bogdanovich, a talented scorer, likes getting involved down low.
Thunder trailing by 6. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
You start to wonder, in my opinion, is it better to take everything to the rack now or to try at least draw some fouls?
And here's a look at stats for Adams. What a run he's been on over the past few weeks. Averaging 12 points, 12 rebounds, and over 2.5 steals. What incredible numbers. He has been a beast.
You know what? Everything is coming so easy for him right now, operating on the highest level. Lazy defense against a good score turns out not to matter.
Bogdanovich passes to Mitchell. 4-on-3 break, and the call will be against Emmanuel Mudiay. That's his first foul. So here's Gallinari. 14 points from him the last game against the Kings in Sacramento. Out left to the wing. Schroeder against Mitchell. Shot clock at 5. Over in the corner, Paul. Good on the three-point shot. Paul's got 5 points so far.
And Schroeder entrusted to run this offense, making the right call.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And checking out some numbers here for Chris Paul. The past month has been surreal. First in steals, third in assists, and ranking among the top 5 league-wide in three-point percentage. You have to consider him among the elite shooters in the NBA.
And as you said, #1 in steals this season. He's the sneakiest ball hawk in the league right now. Hide everything you've got because he's coming after you. And here's Gallinari following the 3 from Chris Paul. And Adams kicks to Gallinari. Over Bogdanovich, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Even though Gallinari is not a high flyer, his height helps from mid-range.
Here's Mudiay. 9-point game his last outing. Lays it up off the glass.
A nice move, attacking in the paint with confidence.
And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They trail by 3. Gallinari finds Paul. Over Mudiay, and Chris Paul the bucket on the assist from Gallinari. And it's 7 points for Chris Paul.
And really, CP3 is so good at reading the defense. If he knows he's getting the pass and they're playing off him, he'll torch you.
Now here's Green. 14 points from him the last game against the Trailblazers in Portland. Mitchell outside. Here's Mudiay from outside off the mark. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. To the middle. It's tipped. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. And we've watched a pretty interesting season unfolding in the Western Conference, guys. Let's check out the standings here. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. Here in the middle of the regular season, they've been able to get the 4th best record in the conference. And, of course, the Utah Jazz. They're looking to turn it around down at the bottom of the conference now.
And seeing where Utah is, they weren't part of the discussion of teams on the rise as we came into the year. And now, quite frankly, we know why. If anything, they've taken a step back.
They really have. And maybe it's not the time to close the book on their season just yet, but that time isn't far off.
A different look for Utah. Davis comes in for Gobert, and it's Dante Exum in for Mitchell. And then for Oklahoma City, Muscala, he's checked in for Adams. Patterson comes in for Gallinari, and Diallo subbed in for Paul. And slam dunk by Noel.
This is a guy who knows how to orchestrate an offense. Terrific lead pass.
Right side Davis. It's stolen by Schroeder. Passes it to Patterson, and out of bounds as Utah gains possession. We'll get a moment now to view the league's stingiest defenses. #1, the Thunder. In third, the Jazz.
And we're getting to watch 2 of the NBA's great defensive teams. I mean, very difficult to score as they both contest every shot.
Mudiay looking around. To the paint. It's stolen by Muscala. Patterson, that's good. Now it's a 3-point Thunder lead.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz. And like so many other big men in the NBA, Mike Muscala also looking to become an outside threat.
He's increased the number of three-pointers taken each year, has shown a soft touch, and is a threat from outside. Won't be an offensive centerpiece, but he contributes.
And Utah making a change here. Udo's checked in. Utah's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Moutier kicks to Exum. Pass to Davis. Back to Exum. A steal. Here's Schroeder. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Now here's Moutier. T right on him. Outside Green. Now Exum. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. The Jazz again can't hit it. And it's Oklahoma City's ball. They're on a 17-6 run. Here's Diallo, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Steve, I know in calling your games, you were known to be such a smooth athlete. You were graceful, great elan on the floor. Who are some of the smoothest players that you watched today?
I think Kevin Durant, his game, it just doesn't seem like you can speed him up. He plays at his pace, which is an unbelievable pace. I look at even a guy who doesn't dribble as much, Klay Thompson does the same routine coming off screens. You can't really speed him up. I love the way Chris Paul is one of those guys. He's graceful and smooth. Those are some of the guys that stick out for me.
It looks effortless, doesn't it?
Yes.
Here's Patterson after Dante Exum's bucket. Here's Green. That's in there. Davis with the assist. And now just a 2-point Oklahoma City lead. Thunder have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Here's Schroeder. That shot off. And it's Utah the other way. There's Green with the 3. Connects from three-point range. Green's got 5 now.
And Green's become a dependable three-point threat. If you don't get a hand in his face, he can certainly knock those down.
Moutier passes to Exum. And now the fast break. Schroeder with the ball. Rebounded by the Jazz.
How many times have you seen him do that? Losing focus on a simple lay-in.
Now here's Moutier. He's guarded by Schroeder.
Tremendous box out. I love how he bodied up, held his ground. Textbook. Old school rebounding.
Here's Diallo. And the rejection by Udo. No one near Moutier as he lets it go and misses it off the right side of the rim.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Joe Ingles, who's checked in for Jeff Green. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for Nerlens Noel. Moutier with the ball. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Udo kicks to Exum. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And certainly he's got many natural tools. Dante Exum now starting to put them to better use.
Kevin, he's playing with a better decisiveness now. You can see he has a plan. Still very young, still has the upside. We'll see if he can keep it rolling.
2 shots.
That's good from Exum.
The point guard out of Australia, Dante Exum, is a rare physical specimen. Reason why he has great length at that point guard position. Great size.
Andre Robertson, he's checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Exum hits them both. Thunder trailing by 3.
And that's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
And Greg, certainly the knock on Dennis Schroeder is play on the defensive end.
Nobody questions how effective he is on offense. I just think he has a tendency to take a few too many plays off and too many chances on defense. If he wants to be viewed as a top point guard in this league, he'll need to show some consistency on the defensive end.
Mitchell, he's checked in for Utah. Schroeder hits them both.
And you know, Dennis Schroeder, from the moment he came into the league, showed tremendous confidence. He's never been the type to back down.
Now, here's Exum. He's tightly guarded. Pass to Ingles. Back to Davis. Cuts off the pass. Schroeder looking around. There's 1:17 left here in the first quarter. In the corner, it's Patterson. And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
I appreciate the attack mindset, but with the defense tracking him down, it was probably better to kick that one out.
That puts them in the lead. And it's 7 points for Dennis Schroeder.
Schroeder has really improved as a three-point shooter. With that shot, he becomes even more dangerous.
Now, here's Exum. He's covered closely, plays it up and in on the nice reverse.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Schroeder. 11 points for him in that last game against Sacramento.
We also got to mention what he did on the defensive end. Racked up a number of steals, too.
Now, here is Muscala. Dishes it to Schroeder. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. That's on Dante Exum.
Drawing contact inside. Dennis Schroeder using his reach and quickness to compensate for his height disadvantage.
That's good from Schroeder.
You just have to be more disciplined. I mean, too many fouls and free throw attempts for the opponent.
Schroeder hits them both. 29 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Exum deciding where to go with it. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Looking at Oklahoma City, they took the win in their last game against the Kings.
And anytime you come off the bench, you know your role. And that night, it was about scoring.
Especially on the road. You're hoping for any extra contributions. But for a couple of stretches, there, the backups control the game.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Oklahoma City out in front. They lead by a bucket. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. One of the better two-way guards in the NBA, Mike Conley, said his inspiration growing up was none other than Gary Payton.
He's one of my favorite players growing up. I had Gary Payton jersey, had the shoes, everything. So when I looked at a player, I was like, you know, he plays on both ends. I want to be able to do that too.
And you know, Conley, maybe not the size of Payton, but Greg, he's always taken the challenge defensively.
And you can see how much of an influence the glove had on Conley. He plays a lot like him on that end.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
They're just not sitting back. They are going for steals, and their activity has been terrific.
You know, sometimes gambling gets you in trouble, but in that first quarter, it was just the opposite.
Mitchell and Ingles are out on the wing. Davis is out there with Udo, and it's Conley in at the one spot. That's the group for Utah getting going here in the second. The pass to Patterson. To the wing on the left. Schroeder finds Muscala. Kicks it out to Schroeder. 4 on the shot clock. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for Utah. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for them. And it's Mitchell missing. Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's Diallo, covered by Mitchell. Here's Muscala. No good from outside.
The defense fortunate there. He's a guy you hate to leave wide open.
Conley scanning the floor. Udo kicks to Mitchell. Back to Udo. And he hits it to tie the game up. Oklahoma City's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Their last encounter was in Oklahoma City.
And that was an ugly loss for them last time playing these guys. And really, the rebounding differential was the key.
They demonstrate a real tenacity on the glass and made their presence felt. We'll see if they can repeat that kind of play.
A different look for Utah. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Udo. And it's Bogdanovich in for Davis. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Muscala. Alinari comes in for Patrick Patterson. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for Diallo. And Chris Paul subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. Alinari passes to Adams. Another shot, and he sinks the layup. Adams has got his first bucket of the night.
Fantastic positioning on that offensive board. Then right back up.
Conley with it. He's picked up by Paul. Bogdanovich dishes to Mitchell. Nice ball movement by Utah. And they pick up 2. Conley's got the game tied up here for the Jazz.
Masterful control by Mike Conley, keeping his eyes on the rim and nailing the shot through contact.
Paul outside. A 3-ball. Rebounded by the Jazz. Gobert's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Here's Ingles. There it is, his 3rd basket. He's taken 7 shots to get those 3.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Here's Adams over Gobert. They get it again. Goes back up. Gobert with the block.
And that's one of Gobert's specialties, a shot blocking master.
Bogdanovich wide open. And again, it's Utah.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Thunder trailing by 4. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Ingles. Gallinari with the rebound.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Paul kicks to Gallinari. Lock at 6. Kicks it out to Paul. 3-pointer. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
Rough start to this game. Hits 1 bucket in the first and nothing here in the second.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Passes it to Adams. They need this, and that's 2 points on the layup.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Ball against Conley. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
Yeah, and they're shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Smitty, we've asked you in the past about what you miss the most about playing. What is something that you don't miss about playing?
You know, I think the travel time away from your family. That's the one thing I did miss. And obviously when you're a team, that becomes your second family and you get a chance to be around those guys. But when you're gone away from home, the amount of days and times that we are, that's the thing I really don't miss, Kevin.
Jeff Green, he's checked in for Utah. Moutier comes in for Donovan Mitchell. And a switcher also for Oklahoma City. Noel's checked in, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. Utah called for the foul. For Oklahoma City, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. The first free throw is good. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Utah leading by 5. Outside Bogdanovich. Over in the corner, Moutier. Outside Conley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Green. And he uses the glass on the layup. Green's got the lead up to 7 now for the Jazz.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Paul against Conley. Paul kicks to Noel. Gallinari outside. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Here's Noel, and slam dunk by Noel.
The eyes of Chris Paul. He's always had tremendous vision.
Now here's Moutier. And Gobert kicks to Conley. Back to Gobert. Over in the corner, Conley. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Thunder trailing by 7. It's up a 3. Mike Conley with the rebound.
Oh, you can tell he's frustrated to get that good of a look from 3, and he didn't make it.
It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Over Gallinari. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
They are just killing them on the interior.
For Utah, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
One shot.
And here is Paul. 7 points in the game. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Gallinari on the wing. Four on the clock. They get it back. Adams. A basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
It's amazing. He is on fire here in the second period after going scoreless in the first.
Conley into the lane. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Just throw it up to Gobert, and he'll take care of the rest using that enormous wingspan.
And that unleashed chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Oklahoma City moving it around. Noel finds Adams. And Adams with the slam.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in the game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
That's what happens when you get an excellent screen like that. He had plenty of space to slash right toward the basket.
So often when a player comes off injury, he's placed on a conservative minutes restriction. Usually it's the trainers that put that, the doctors that will tell the coaches what they can and cannot do. Do you think there's more of that now than when you were playing?
Totally, Kevin. I look back and think about when I played, the injuries you have. Usually coaching staff, trainers, they ask, are you ready to go? I wouldn't say 100%, but are you ready to resume the amount of minutes you played? And if you couldn't answer that, they pretty much kept you out. But I think nowadays, like you said, it's more of limiting your minutes, having these minute restrictions, get you ready to play. definitely more than when I played.
Medical staff has a very large voice in this, and it continues that way.
Yes.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Schroeder, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And a look here at the shot chart for Schroeder.
And this is a bit of a nightmare game for him thus far. Just nothing working, and it has to be affecting his confidence. He just doesn't look like the player he normally is out there, and you can see it in his body language after every missed shot. Boy, this is tough.
Over in the corner, Moutier gets it to go from beyond the arc. Moutier's got 5 now.
A tall guard who can see over the defense. Exum with no trouble locating the open teammate.
Green against Noel. Kicks it to Patterson. Adams, the pass to Schroeder. Now Patterson. Over to the wing. From past the arc. It's deflected, but he recovers it. Here's Adams. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Adams has got 10 points in the quarter. Now Exum. He's got 6, and there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And I'm not sure how they're in front right now. I mean, it's not easy to give the ball up as much as they have and still be ahead.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Mike Muscala comes in for Noel. And Diallo subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Diallo. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Sacramento. Here's Schroeder. The teardrop falls in. He's got 11.
The defense collapsed on him, but Schroeder found the right angle.
Moutier kicks to Exum. Here's Bogdanovich. And that comes off the assist by Exum. And that's now 9 points for Bojan Bogdanovich. And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Here's Diallo. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Utah calls timeout. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
And, you know, this can happen on the road. You're out defending guys who have just gotten into a comfort zone playing at home.
Well, you have to have an aggressive mindset, and you have to try to disrupt their rhythm.
So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Udo's checked in for Gobert. Davis comes in for Green. Joe Ingles is checked in for Bogdanovich. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Emmanuel Moutier. Right side Davis. Back to Mitchell. That's tipped. Patterson with it. And the rejection by Udo.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Utah shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game. Andre Robertson, he's checked in for the Thunder.
One shot, gentlemen.
That's good from Exum. 1:24 left in the first half. And Dante Exum picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second foul. You don't want to pick up his 3rd in this half. We'll see if they'll make a substitution or not.
A minute 20 left in the first half of the game. Here's Diallo. And Robertson has it in the corner. 6 to shoot. To the inside. Muscala. Utah with the rebound. Davis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Mitchell. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
They are at their best when Mitchell pushes the action. His aggressiveness raises the level of this team.
Thunder trailing by 12. Schroeder outside. Here's Muscala. Great D that time from Davis.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
32 seconds left to play here in the half. Diallo kicks to Muscala. Here's Diallo, covered by Mitchell. Just 5 to shoot. No good on the free throw. And he's good on the second. Jazz leading by 13. One second left. And so it's the Utah Jazz. 13 points up at the end of the period. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. With Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, what has to happen in the second half?
Well, we got to keep getting stops and really just make plays. Make plays on the offensive end and be solid defensively. No magic.
It's a pretty simple game, right, Coach? Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, it's good to have you back. You're watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. This right here is Kenny the Jet Smith. This right here is Shaquille O'Neal. Me, I'm just Ernie. Utah found themselves in a close game in the first. The biggest lead they were able to get out to during the first period was 6 points. The second quarter was where they really opened things up. They were by far the stronger team both defensively and when they had the ball. Their 13-point halftime lead, no accident. And Shaq, what did you think about what we saw from Utah?
Well, what's really shifted the game in their favor has been their rebounding. They got a good edge on the boards, and that's a product of their hard work. All 5 guys been battling, putting everything they have to fight on the glass. That needs to remain the focus for 2 more quarters if they want to hang on to that lead.
Kenny, what was your takeaway on Oklahoma City?
Well, they're facing a team that shot very well in the first half. Now, that being said, they probably weren't aggressive enough on the defensive end. That was the difference.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
We welcome you back now to Salt Lake City with a breathtaking view of the layout of this beautiful town. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. One guy who's been getting it done is Dennis Schroeder.
And through the first 2 quarters, he was extremely aggressive, picked up a number of steals.
He did a nice job reading their plays as they were developing. His anticipation was off the charts.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Taking a look at the Thunder. Robertson is out there with Gallinari. Then it's Chris Paul. And then there's Steven Adams. And it's Gilgeous Alexander in at the shooting guard position. Thunder trailing by 13. A shot by Paul. Nobody around. Knocks down the 3 ball. Paul's got the first basket of the third quarter for Oklahoma City. Conley against Paul. And Gobert kicks to Conley. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
And Steven Adams came into this league at 19, already a physical specimen, and has only gotten stronger. Just a bruising presence down low.
Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Paul. Here's Robertson. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Clock at 4. Here's the 3. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple. And plenty of bumping and elbowing inside as ever. Steven Adams strong enough, though, to come out on top of that back.
Yeah, not shy at all about contact. Grew up the youngest of 18 children. He had to hit above his weight for over a decade. Now he's got the upper hand.
The Jazz have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6.
I mean, an incredible story how Joe Ingles has gotten to this point. A lot of it's been resiliency, and a lot of it has been sacrifice.
Out to the wing. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
It's stolen. Here's Gallinari. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Ingles. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Joe Ingles has made himself into an offensive threat, and defenses have taken notice.
And this will be his second and third shots at the line here. The first free throw is good. Second free throw, no good. Thunder trailing by 11. Down low. There's the dish to Paul. Back to Robertson. He kicks it to Adams. 6 on the shot clock. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
And they could have used that trying to cut into this lead. He's been off all night.
Ingles finds Bogdanovich. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And you just have to admire that aggressive nature of Bogdanovich. He's just itching to pull the trigger as soon as the ball hits his hand.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
And look, you never want to see a team gut you this way. Really a good timeout.
Some of this is just a matter of toughness, a willingness to play physical inside, something we're not seeing.
Let's see the stat sheet here on Mike Conley. Some nice work from him over the last 10 games. He's averaging 20 points, 7 assists, and over 2.5 steals. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
You know, mentally, he's a pass-first type of player. It gets everyone involved and engaged, and that really sparks this offense.
And it's Gallinari missing.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. And the point differential tells the story. Their two-way play has been outstanding.
You know, it's a matter of effort plus talent. You need both to dominate this way.
Ball's knocked loose. He had stolen by Ingles. And now running up the court, Ingles pushing it up. And it's Mitchell missing. Thunder trailing by 15. Gallinari outside. Hits the three-point bomb. Gallinari's got 7 points in the game.
He'll do this to you all day. Gallinari working off the ball, getting the look he wants.
Conley kicks to Mitchell. Again, Mitchell missing. Oklahoma City has gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Ball right side. Here's the lob to Adams. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Hammock. Mitchell's shot is good.
It's hard to stop Donovan Mitchell from getting to his spot. The guy has everything on the offensive end.
Paul kicks to Adams. Gallinari outside. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Now here's Paul. 10 points for him. Goes up the baseline. And it's Gallinari missing.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Mitchell's shot is good.
He's been so consistent scoring the basketball. It has helped him tack on to this lead.
Paul kicks to Robertson. Pass to Gallinari. Over to the left wing. Shot clock at 6. They get it again. Adams. Gobert with the block. And he's able to get it back. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play. So Adams will go to the free throw line. Michael Conley picks one up. Green, he's checked in for the Jazz. Moutier comes in for Michael Conley. Nerlens Noel checks in for Oklahoma City.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
On the free throw, no good. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Mitchell outside. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
Doesn't matter to the great offensive players who's guarding them. And Donovan Mitchell is trying to become one of them.
Gobert dishes to Green. Now here's Moutier, defended by Paul. Right block shot. And Mitchell with a nice bucket inside. Mitchell's got 11 in the second half.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
I got a feeling Donovan Mitchell will be watching this highlight over and over and over.
Thunder trailing by 19. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Paul. It's tipped. Outside Bogdanovich. And the rejection by Noel. Bogdanovich passes to Mitchell. Back to Bogdanovich. Over Gallinari. And it's off the back rim. No good.
He likes to work that in-between area. Upset with himself that he couldn't connect.
Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Jazz leading by 19 points. It's stolen by Adams. And now, Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, the fast break champs. He was all alone on that one. 9 points for Gallinari.
This is why you have him out there. Gallinari is a solid shot maker from all areas on the floor.
Moutier kicks to Gobert. Outside, Bogdanovic. No good with the triple. Thunder trailing by 17. It's stolen by Moutier. And here's the fast break. And here's Gobert. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. And Green puts up a deep three. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. 12 points for Jeff Green.
And just a great job of controlling that defensive backboard, then getting out in transition. That's been the difference.
Adams down low. Gobert on him. Paul outside. 6 on the shot clock. Over Moutier. Here's Adams. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Now Gallinari. 9 points in the game so far. And the foul called on Bojan Bogdanovic. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Jazz with some changes. Davis comes in for Gobert. And Royce O'Neal subbed in for Bogdanovic. And Muscala kicks to Noel. Now here's Schroeder. He's guarded closely. Count it.
And for Dennis Schroeder, that's a shot the defense will give him because of his ability to blow by people.
Well, Dennis Schroeder showed he can handle high usage in an offense. Was the first option for the Hawks this past season. Even with defenses keyed in on him, he was able to average right around 20 points.
Shot clock at 5. Kept alive. Here's Davis. And he banks in the layup. And the Jazz lead by 20.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Schroeder outside. He dishes it to Noel. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 3 assists tonight. And with Schroeder, he said he learned how to deal with all that extra defensive attention.
And being able to stay productive when dealing with the best opposing defender goes a long way in the NBA. Schroeder also managed to cut down on his turnovers while taking on more of a playmaker role. Strong year for him offensively, and I wouldn't be surprised if he continues to grow as a player.
Here's Diallo, covered by Mitchell. That's tipped. The pass to Diallo. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But, Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Moutier finds Davis. Moutier with the bounce pass. O'Neal passes to Mitchell. The three-pointer, no good. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here.
And a moment now to look at the numbers for Mitchell. He's putting up about 28 points a game, 4 assists and 2 rebounds. What incredible numbers. He has been a beast.
You know what? Everything is coming so easy for him right now, operating on the highest level.
Poke loose. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, it is the era of positionless basketball, but how exactly did we get here? Well, new defensive rules at the turn of the century encouraged face-up scoring, motion-based offense, and guard play over isolation and post-ups. As a result, offensive roles have become more interchangeable.
It has become a positionless game now. David, thank you very much. That's good from O'Neal. A different look for Oklahoma City. Nader's checked in. And Ferguson subbed in for Diallo. He makes one of two that time. And so Oklahoma City again turning it over. This pause in the action gives us a chance to see the teams that have scored the most points off turnovers this month. Number 1, the Thunder.
And you always like to see aggressive defense. And then when you can convert mistakes into points offensively, that's a big key.
O'Neal bangs home the trifecta.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Noel up top. 8 points for him. Elbow shot is on the way. And Muscala kicks to Ferguson. That's no good. Couldn't get his first shot to go. Utah leading by 22.
And you got to love just how smart of a point guard Mike Conley is. You never get the sense he is forcing anything with the ball and keeps it moving around to his teammates. Very aware of his spacing and the spacing of others while running that offense.
And he knocks down the first one. And Conley, who is so good with space and timing on offense, seems to always find a way to score inside.
I mean, he has that great floater to lean on for scoring. And the only thing you want from Conley is health. Has had a few too many injuries to ignore the last few seasons. This team is so visibly better when he is healthy and on the floor.
Mike Conley is an effective two-way player. He's masterful at running the offense for you, and he is a big-time defender at that point guard position.
Looking to get back on track here, and it falls over the rim and in. Paul's got 5 points now this quarter.
Crafty move. He recognizes the size disadvantage, and the mid-range is close enough.
Right. No reason to take it all the way to the rack. Instead, take what the defense allows.
Oklahoma City's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. There's 37 seconds left to play here in the third. Good. Robertson's got 5 points so far.
The defense cannot afford to give him an inch that close to the basket because he will burn you every time.
Conley, the pass to Udo. Back to Conley. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Not shy at all of taking it inside. Mike Conley comfortable scoring amongst the tall timber.
Paul with the ball. He's got 12. Three seconds left, and the layup is up and in. He's got 14.
When Chris Paul takes it to the cup, he is always expecting some physical contact. He is used to nailing shots despite whatever comes his way.
And so it's the Utah Jazz closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Utah leading by 20. Mitchell and Ingles are out in the wings. Udo out there with Davis, and it's Conley in at the point guard position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. And good that time. Here's Paul. Steve, the NBA playing games in foreign countries now during the regular season. You think that'll become a more common occurrence?
I do, Kevin. I think they do a good job of getting a chance to, I would say, gather all the fans around the globe. Our game is going more global. And I think some of the players and some of the teams, they love it. I think a lot of times if they make sure the NBA, they're not sending the exact same teams and get a chance to spread the wealth, I think it's a great idea.
Pass to Noel. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 3 assists now in this one. Noel's gone 4 for 5 from the floor tonight. Just 1 miss. Schroeder against Conley. Shoots over Schroeder. Conley's shot is off.
And this is one of those times where the coach has got to preach, be unselfish.
And we don't know that he hasn't. Maybe it's been falling on deaf ears. Guys taking ill-advised jump shots.
Kicks it out to Mitchell. And he's good on the 3-ball. Mitchell's got 5 points in the quarter.
Even though Mitchell isn't all that efficient from range, the most impressive thing to me is he believes the shot is going in.
Stolen by Mitchell. Pass to Davis. On the wing, Ingles. Can't hit that one. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. Pass to Robertson. Now the feed to Muscala. Misses from short range. For Utah, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Here's Conley. It's stolen by Schroeder. And now the fast break. Schroeder with the ball. Noel down low. He's guarded by Davis. And that one's good. Noel.
He's done his job tonight scoring the basketball, but they've still been outplayed overall.
Conley dishes to Ingles. NBA awards are voted on by broadcasters and writers around the NBA. Do you think that's the best way, Steve, to pick an MVP?
Well, I really think in some kind of way you got to have players more involved, being able to come out and be able to pick the MVP, because these are the players that are going up against these guys. I also would love to see where we have more of the defensive player of the year during the offseason, the rookie of the year in the offseason. Obviously giving out more of those awards for the playoffs as well. And you got to, of course, beware of it becoming a popularity contest, too. Yes, totally.
A different look for Utah. Gobert, he's checked in for Utah. And it's Bogdanovich in for Davis. And then for Oklahoma City, Adams, he's checked in for Mike Muscala. Gallinari comes in for Noel. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Chris Paul. Conley finds Ingles. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Here's Robertson. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Ingles against Schroeder. Ingles passes to Mitchell. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Ingles, that's for 2.
Good D by Gallinari. Has a good combination of size and instincts. Can guard various positions for you.
And so the ball is out of bounds. Bogdanovich touched it last. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the 4th. Mitchell against Schroeder. Out to Gallinari. Off target with his 3.
The defense fortunate there. He's a guy you hate to leave wide open.
Mitchell, this is to Gobert. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Steven Adams picks one up.
And to begin his career, teams happy to send Gobert to the free throw line. His free throw shooting has been a focus.
And he makes the first. And for good reason. We talk about the effect of Gobert's wingspan, somewhere around 7 feet 9 inches.
Kevin, that's a tremendous advantage that few others have. I guess Mo Bamba's up there around 7 feet 10 inches. And of course, my old teammate Manu Bol still holds the record at 8 feet 6 inches.
And he makes both free throws. Steve, looking around the league, name a few current players who you think will go down as the greatest in their franchise's history.
Well, the one name that comes to mind first is LeBron James. In several franchises he's played for. Also, Dirk Nowitzki. Reason why he's a fantastic player. He's only been with one franchise, the Dallas Mavericks. I think Steph Curry. I think Russell Westbrook. And I think James Harden. Obviously, in Houston, you have Akeem Olajuwon. He has a chance if he can win the MVP and keep playing at this level for several more years.
Good examples. And there's the pass to Gallinari. It's good.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Here's Mitchell. Conley left side. It's stolen by Schroeder. To the paint. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Banked in off the glass.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Mitchell with it. Now guarded by Schroeder. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Ring shot on the way. And it's Mitchell missing. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Thunder have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Gallinari outside. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. 14 points for Gallinari.
I don't know what coach told him at halftime, but he is shooting the lights out right now.
Mitchell kicks to Gobert. Unloads from 13. Conley gets the bucket.
I like when Mike Conley mixes it up with the mid-range jumper. The defense has to respect his range from there.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Schroeder with the ball. Conley picks him up. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 on the shot clock, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. For star players, even after a loss, Steve, they're asked to give press conferences after the games. Talk about how difficult that is for a player in the moments after a very difficult defeat.
And this is where you have to use your teammates and obviously your PR guys around the team to help you and obviously gather yourself before you get a chance to go in there, because it's tough. You're running high with emotions and sometimes the wrong type of emotions.
Yes.
But I also, Kevin, would love to see on the media side, there are some questions I just don't agree with. I think you should get a yellow card. You ask a dumb question, and if you get a red card, you can't ask any more questions for that series.
I think you'd be handing me cards after everything I say. I'd have a pile of cards in front of me.
Kevin, not at all.
They get a hand on it. Gobert with the block. Passes it to Conley. From deep. But they'll get another chance. Bogdanovich passes to Mitchell. They kick it out to Green. Wide open shot is on the money.
Good job by Mitchell, trusting his teammates, and in turn, that's going to open up opportunities for him.
And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And Robertson has it in the corner. Schroeder outside. And that one good.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Outside Conley. Pass to Mitchell. Here's Bogdanovich. His three-pointers off the mark.
And this is what he gives you, the ability to contest the shot without fouling.
Perimeter defense at a premium these days. You see the value in this kind of effort.
To the middle. Here's Green, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet.
You can't afford to leave one of Conley's teammates wide open. He will make you pay.
Right side, Bogdanovich. From past the arc. The rebound by Steven Adams.
He just can't get it cranked up from beyond the arc. No threes in this half after just hitting one in the first.
Yeah, and he runs the floor with a purpose that time. Excellent play.
You know what? And a late reaction by the transition D takes it himself uncontested.
Conley finds Green. On the wing, Mitchell. And here's Gobert. To the paint. Here's Green. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Green's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And when Green is feeling it, keep getting him the ball. He can really score from anywhere from the floor.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Schroeder outside. Over Mitchell. And it's Schroeder missing.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm on that shot.
Mitchell kicks to Green. Now, here's Mitchell. Not a lot of room. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him. And being a part of one of the better draft classes of all time, Steve, I think you would agree, is Donovan Mitchell.
2017 was a deep draft. Featured tremendous talent at the top. Mitchell was a late riser on most people's boards, but still couldn't crack the top 10.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. Well, Steve, we've just come out of the first year where we saw legislation from the NBA about resting players. How do you feel about the new rules so far?
You know, I like them. I love that when you start to see these teams that was resting players on national televised games, but I think overall just resting players. I think our contract says that we play 82 games unless you're injured. And if a guy is injured, you understand. But I love the new rules that was implemented.
I agree. Free throw drops for Mitchell.
In a short time span, I'm amazed at how far Donovan Mitchell's come. He has very few weaknesses for a young player.
Nerlens Noel checks in for the Thunder. And Mitchell drops them both. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Schroeder passes to Diallo. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. Utah is shooting it very well tonight, around 57%. Feeds it to Davis, and stolen by Noel. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Schroeder. No good on the triple. Now the pass to O'Neal. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel. We hear the term empty stats every once in a while, Steve, usually referring to great production on a bad team. How valid do you think that theory is?
It is. A lot of guys you see are averaging, you know, these numbers, and players look around, and you know the players you're saying, unfortunately for him, those numbers are empty stats because there are a lot of times these numbers are found and when the game is decided, and a lot of times on bad teams you see these guys going for numbers. Then you get a chance to see them play on good teams, and those stats just don't match up.
Good explanation. And he sinks the second. Here's Schroeder. From 13, tried to bank it in, but he misses.
And you see why his reputation is so strong defensively. He allows no separation.
And so many defenses are not designed to take away the mid-range jumper, but he's given nothing away.
Exum kicks to O'Neal. Another miss by Utah. And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Utah.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Donovan Mitchell.
You know, when we talk about floor general, this is really what we mean. He was making the right reads, directing guys around, delivering passes that were on time and on point.
Exum dishes to O'Neal. Over Gallinari, tries from 10, and misses it off the right side of the rim. Schroeder kicks to Gallinari. Hits it from three-point range.
And you got to like that they are competing all the way through. Try and maybe build some momentum going into the next one.
Because the execution was not there tonight. That's something they can use this time to work on.
Davis finds Exum. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Passes to Green. Lets it go from deep. That shot off the mark. Now here's Schroeder. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. With Dante Exum, Dante, still a young guy in this league. What do you want to focus on with your development?
You know, I think it's just staying in the defensive end. You know, sometimes in the heat of the play, you kind of lose sight of it, and it's just about staying in there and just helping your teammates out. So,
a very young guy on a very good team. Thank you, Dante. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.